We will have a full forecast for you in the next half hour, but time for a quick look at the weather today with Helen. Look at those colours behind you.
Stunning morning, Nina, but it's all about contrasts actually the next 24 hours. Widely frosty as we saw this morning, -4, -5 degrees Celsius. Come tomorrow morning, it'll be a far milder affair. Temperatures will be in double figures basically right across the UK, and the reason for it is a change in Atlantic air. We've had this rather chilly ridge of high pressure, and now we've got low pressure streaming in with these mild southwesterly winds, and with it, yes, cloud and rain. So our seesawing in temperatures is going to continue through the next few days into the weekend. Another dip and also a little bit of a fly in the ointment, but I'll tell you more about that just before the top of the hour, Nina.
Oh dear, we'll see you then. Thanks, Helen. And a look at the weather with some glorious frost behind you.
It is, isn't it? It's been a glorious start to the morning. This is not too far away from where you are, actually, Nina, Salford. Sorry, it's in Cheshire, not far from Salford. Of course, the sun's still shining in eastern areas, but the clouds already creeping into the west. And so the contrast is that in South Lanarkshire, the skies look more leaden, don't they? And there is rain out and about. And the reason is it's a day of change today. It's a day of transition with a cold, frosty, sunny start. But now we've got this southwesterly wind sweeping in with its weather fronts in what we call a warm sector condition, which will be in throughout the rest of today, tonight and tomorrow. That means that the winds have got a long track over the Atlantic, so they pick up lots of moisture. So here's how the rain is looking at the moment. It's starting to clear from Northern Ireland, but leaving a legacy of cloud because it's such mild air. We do have some sunshine, which will hold on for Lincolnshire, East Anglia and the South East, but already that rain's creeping into the western side of England and Wales through the day and to most parts of the Midlands by dusk. It's still chilly, though, because it's been a chilly start, as I showed you earlier, -4, -5. Temperatures will actually rise further through the evening and overnight as that mild air really establishes itself. So the rain eventually arriving in eastern parts during this evening. Further pulses of wetter weather towards the north and west. All the time the winds are picking up a bit. So we've got the cloud, the blanket of cloud, which prevents the temperatures from falling overnight. It's mild anyway. So by morning, temperatures will be higher than they are now. And they'll stay that way, in fact, rising a little bit more. So Thursday's looking like a breezy day, increasingly windy in the north and west. Further outbreaks of drizzly rain, cloudy, misty, murky over the hills in particular. This is our cold weather front, which starts to sweep all that cloud away by the end of play for Northern Ireland, perhaps Western Scotland, but 12 to 15 degrees. We haven't seen that for quite some time now. Now, eventually that rain is swept away and it moves that cloud, but that low pressure is moving into the northwest. So tomorrow night looks really windy for northern and western Scotland, 60, 70 mile an hour gusts of wind, and a pretty windy night and a windy day as we go into Friday elsewhere with showers or longer spells of rain, but at least some sunshine because we've swept all that misty, low, murky cloud away. And so it won't be quite as mild, therefore, on Friday. Temperatures still above average, 9 or 10 in the north to 12 or 13 in the south. And then as we go towards the weekend, I hinted, didn't I? There's a fly in the ointment. Here it comes. It's this area of low pressure. How far north it's going to come, and therefore spread its strong gusty winds and its rain, and how quickly it clears away. Potential for some windy weather near the east coast, but perhaps a window of, well, drier weather, colder weather again as we go into Sunday. So we're getting a seesaw really in our weather and our temperatures at the moment, Nina.
That is one fly in the ointment, isn't it? Thank you for the warning.
Indeed.
Thanks, Helen.
Good afternoon. The weather's all about contrast at the moment. It was widely frosty this morning. Temperatures down to -5 degrees Celsius, but the mild air with its cloud and its rains moving in from the west off the Atlantic now. Come tomorrow morning, it'll be grey, murky and mild for the majority. That rain will creep across the rest of England, Wales and Scotland throughout the rest of the afternoon, arriving in southeast England and East Anglia through this evening. So some sunshine remained here. Then we've got further outbreaks of rain coming and going, misty and murky over the hills, and with the breeze as well as the cloud and the rain, it will be a much, much milder night. In fact, temperatures will climb to double figures in most parts, and they will climb a little further tomorrow, particularly if we see a little bit of brightness, perhaps later northeastern parts of Scotland, but very little brightness around. Misty, murky and grey. It might brighten up, though, Northern Ireland and Western Scotland later behind our weather front, but there'll be showers following on behind and the winds will be ramping up. But look at that, 12 to 15 degrees Celsius. We haven't seen those temperatures for a while. But Thursday night into Friday, gales or severe gale force winds in the north and west, further showers or longer spells of rain for many of us during the day on Friday. Not quite as mild then, because we're behind a weather front, but still above what we've been used to so far this week. And then into the weekend, slight question mark on the proximity of low pressure, deep area of low pressure in the south, but we'll keep you posted.